Good morning, everyone. We're in Dayton, Ohio at the Target. Yes, at the Target. Had some trouble last night. Couldn't find any parking. So had to come over here to the Target. We have a lot of salt spray on the windshield. That's what that shine is. And we'll do a U-turn here and escape out the back before the security guard comes and kicks us out of Target. I finished up about 5:30 and I went over to the Flying J. It was completely full. You know, I thought for sure at 5:30 there would be a spot, but there wasn't one. I even went in and tried to, do a reserved one, and they were all sold out also. So the lady, she was the manager, she was really nice. She recommended that I go and stay on the on and off ramp to the freeways there, that they allow that there, but I didn't feel comfortable with that. That's why I went over to the Target. We're getting some of this windshield salt off. I don't know if their windshield cleaners are working this morning. See, last night this place was absolutely jam-packed. Wasn't one parking space here at the Flying J in Dayton. Next time, if there's even the slightest doubt, I'm going to make a reservation. And I guess I'll have to pay if I ever come back here. I don't know if before they made this, if this was all parking. This back here, I think it did all used to be parking. But that would have helped. See all those trees behind the trucks? That's all vacant land that Flying J is trying to buy that because they know the problem. They face it every day, just like you and I. But the city of Dayton won't let them buy it because of the airport. It's too close to the airport, they say. So someone with brains in Dayton needs to come up with a solution to this problem. Right now the solution is to park on the on-ramps and off-ramps. I guess I could have done last night what that J.B. Hunt did. He parked right there. Now see, they'll let him do that because it doesn't have a red zone there. So it's okay to do that, but I didn't know I could do that last night. Otherwise, I would have been parked there overnight, and I would have got a good night's sleep. Well, we made it to Knoxville after our cold morning in Dayton. Here, will you pass one of these out to everybody, please? I don't want anybody to feel left out. Truck exit only. And we're going to be dropping off in 3 hours. In Shelby, North Carolina. Whoa, did you see that car? Woo.
Turn left, and then make a U-turn if possible, in 550 feet. In 800 feet, take the entrance to the right on I-40 East.
Cars driving in the wrong lane. I'm telling you, we need to find a blue beacon today or tomorrow. Old Red is old salmon again, covered in salt. And we've had a tailwind today, thank goodness. So we're getting 7.14 miles per gallon. Which is pretty good for us. So sit back and relax.
Continue on this road for 23 miles.
We'll get you the rest of the way there. I hope there's not any plows up here. You know, sometimes we get behind plows, snow plows, and that stops everything. But we're moving, so that's good news. Unknown. One of life's mysteries. The only problem is last night at that Target, I didn't get much sleep, and I'm really tired. Not to the point of being exhausted, but stop until scale clears. And we got a green light.
half
that way.
mile, turn left onto Walmart Drive.
And they got a Walmart tucked in way back in here. A distribution center, not a store. And they're building a bypass around Shelby, so all the trucks don't have to truck downtown. So it'll be nice when it opens up out here. It's going to be a long time, but okay, we found it. We'll just slip her in here. I'd know that ring anywhere. Bang the trailer behind us. That's good. What do you think? Alright, well, we dropped it off. Now we gotta go sit in that traffic in this town. It's terrible traffic. Turning our lights on, Jake's off, and just double checking everything. Man, it's a nice night here. $54 degrees. Some of you who follow what I do closely will remember I was having some coolant problems and losing coolant. A couple years ago, I broke down on the freeway, and this little gas station, this guy at a gas station made a hose for me in LA. And it lasted for 2 years, but that's what was leaking, that little hose. So now that I got that hose fixed, she's normal again. She's not leaking. So
you're watching Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack. Stay tuned.
good morning. Just inspecting this trailer. We're hooking up here in Charlotte and heading to Tampa this morning. Nice light load, so you know who's happy. The people who smoke tell me they have to have a cigarette first thing in the morning when they wake up. I'm the same way with a cup of coffee. I want to have one right now. And that's one of the bad things coming out of Charlotte southbound. There's nothing other than the pilot in Charlotte, which I won't go to unless it's an emergency. It's just too...
In a quarter mile, turn right on Sunset Road, US 21.
It's too busy and too small and too compact. And
in 900 feet, turn right on Sunset Road,
So because of that, I have to go to this little truck stop right near here. Alright, well, they have absolutely no food in there because they want you to buy something from their restaurant. They do have a cafe, but you have to wait for them to cook. And I said, well, I don't have time to wait. I said, they don't have like microwave sandwiches, you know, that good gas station stuff. Well, we have a massive traffic jam because they have 6 or 7 lanes of traffic merging down into 3. So we're trying to get over into the left-hand lane. This lane is ending. But I don't like to be one of the guys that waits till the last very minute and merges over. You gotta love construction. Have a friendly guy letting us over. Well, Steve Linville. Don't tell me it's narrowing down even further. That Ambest truck stop actually had pretty good coffee. No food, but good coffee. I associate Ambest truck stops with the Detroiter in Detroit, which isn't an Ambest anymore. Now it's a Flying J, I think. But I used to spend a lot of time there. So whenever I see that Ambest logo, I think of the Detroiter. I used to go to Canada from there a lot. Oh boy, they're splitting the lanes up here. Well, 77 southbound Columbia, South Carolina. The new Petro isn't open yet. It's the Super Petro. It's supposed to have everything. Bowling alleys, coffee shops. But the Love said it was open off of the freeway, but it's not open. And there's a turned over truck here. So I don't know if the Love's is open or isn't open. It looks like there are trucks here, so. And on top of all that, there's an overturned truck there. Dang. Whew. Don't get off at exit 5 yet. Yeah, it looks like Love's is open. I'm gonna try it. What a mess. The truck turned over. He was going too fast. And he turned right over. Don't go so fast when you're making your turns. We got a news crew there and everything. Well, at least they have a sign up. Well, let's just see what where this leads us. According to Google Maps, it's all right. Little section of it's a dirt road. But I don't want to be sitting at Love's all this time waiting for that to open. Man, there's a whole bunch of cars following me and some other trucks. So I'm a trendsetter here. I've been on worse roads than this. And you guys have been with me on some of those roads out in the farms, picking up hay, etc. Driving 10, 20 miles on a dirt rock road. All right, here we go. All right, now we're on the other side of the accident. We're getting on the freeway. Looks like they've got him overturned, but it's still going to be another 15, 20 minutes before they start letting traffic through there. So we did the right thing, in my mind. Well, we're having a good trip. If you're following along on the map, we're in Ridgeland, South Carolina, almost to the Georgia border. Cruising along here at 65 miles an hour in the granny lane. You know, I get a lot of questions on how do you find a job these days. And this isn't necessarily for truck drivers, but it can be for anyone. A lot of people just stay home and go online and try to find a job that way. Well, that's just a percentage of what you should do, even in this day and age where most everything's done online. I'm going to give you some suggestions because I get enough email from people who ask me, if not every day, every other day, what's a good way to find a job? How do I go to work? That kind of thing. I'm going to give you some reasons that will help you and some suggestions that you can do. One, get a program called Evernote or Microsoft OneNote and put that on all of your devices. Put it on your phone, put it on your iPad, put it on your home PC so that your note-taking is on every device that you have, and you'll know why in a minute. But that's a critical way of keeping track of what you're doing. 25% of what you should do would be online contacts, searching for a job, searching for what you want to do. That should be about 25% of what you do in a day, because your job, if you don't have one, but your job is looking for a job, right? Not sitting home watching Jerry Springer. You won't find a job that way. You'll just be mildly entertained. Number 3 thing that you can do: 25% of your time cold calling. And when I say cold calling, I don't mean on the phone, we'll get to that, but cold calling means go out door to door knocking. That face-to-face contact is very important in what you do. That should be another 25% of what you do. Putting on your shoes, look presentable, knocking on doors, getting past the gatekeeper and talking to the person that you need to talk to. Find out their name and write it in Evernote. Write it in OneNote. Get all these contacts. The next thing, another 25%, this will bring us up to 75%, is cold calling on the phone. Not through the phone book, we don't have those anymore. I actually got one of my jobs once by cold calling on the phone. And the guy was so excited, he said, "Can you come down here and talk to me right now?" He said he had never had anybody cold call him on the phone before. And so then when I needed a job at other times, I always used that in the method that I was using to find a job. And that's why I'm telling you about it. So 25% of your time cold calling on the phone. And the last 25% is note-taking, following up. So everyone that you contacted the day before, you go to your notepad, you contact all the people, all the notes, make sure your notes are in order, and you keep track on that note program every single day, and it will be on all of your devices, the same information that if you put it in on your iPhone, for instance, or your Android, when you go home, the same information is going to be on your computer. So if you do those 4 things, with 25% of your time on each one of those things, you will find a job a lot faster than you would just finding a job online, which you're not going to find a job that way. So those are just some suggestions, ways to find a job that I've used successfully in my past. Hopefully you never burned a bridge, because you'll be able to go back and call old bosses to see if they have something that you can do. I have about 4 old bosses in my past that I can call up today, and they would probably give me a job if they had something that, was available where they were managers now. So those are some things that you can do to help make America great again. And that's what we're trying to do, help you do that. All right, we got a sandwich here in Hardyville, South Carolina. Look at that Peterbilt. Pretty nice. Very well kept. So we got a sandwich to go. Our next stop, we'll do our 30-minute break. Oh man, never do that. Well, I just got fuel here in Ocala, Florida. And boy, it was slow on 301. 301, if you're following on the map, comes over to Ocala from Jacksonville, and it's got some small towns. So we don't have much time. In fact, we got 123 miles to go, and I have exactly 2 hours. So, and it's going to be rush hour. And trying to get out of this pilot can take a half an hour. Seriously. So, as you can see, the line is including me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 deep, 8, including the truck that's almost going to turn. So, you know what? I think the manager's out there directing people. Or someone is. Oh boy, I hope that TMC truck didn't wreck. The fire truck came in with lights and sirens blaring, and then he just turned around and there he is, and I don't know why. The black car, which we'll see in a second, has something to do with it. It was a little black car. This is always this way, always a monkey house. But remember, we're not having stress. All right, let's see if we can see damage or something. I don't see any. Oh yeah, that black car's window is all knocked out. No. So thankful for that fire truck, because the fire truck just blocked everyone so that we could get out. Woohoo! There, just a mile or two, and we will arrive. And this is one where you really can't see where to turn in, you just kind of have to guess. So will guess. And hope that it's the right turn-in spot. Yeah, I think this is it. Wow, that's a tiny little... I've never been here at this time of day. I don't think I can get in there without smashing the front of that guy's car. What I'm talking about is if this is a bus in this picture, but if this were me right there, and I'm turning into this lane right here, in what I'm facing right now, it's a much skinnier lane, but if this car is up too far, like right here, then the back of my trailer could very easily clip him. So if a trucker doesn't go wide enough to go in there, then there could be an accident here, or the cars would have to back up. So that's what I'm talking about. Cars go to, past the stop line right there, and that's what I'm so worried about. So hopefully the next person will leave me more room. Dang. Cars do not like to leave us any room. And he's not that far over the line, but still. Oh, yeah. And there's nobody here. Thanks, Donald. See what I mean about this? Yeah, there's more than I thought, but let's see. Yeah, I would have cleared him. So all that worry for nothing.
June 28th to 2016.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember the June. I remember all those. You got to take my picture again?
Every single time. That's the annoyance of this.
Good security. I could understand if I was taking the load but not delivering it.
We do it with anyone that comes into the yard.
Oh, really? Okay, we're here. We made it. The guard was friendly and let us in. Now we just got to park this puppy. And I'm sorry to say I am going to drop you guys off here. You know, you've been with me all the way since Dayton, Ohio, which is quite a few miles. We got to ride on this trip. But we'll park the trailer first. I'm thinking to go to Wawa for dinner. They have the best sandwiches. It's a gas station, but it has really good gas station sandwiches. Some of you know what Wawa is. It sounds like I'm starting to cry, but it's a good sandwich place and a gas station. I dread parking here sometimes. And she's going to be tight. And I just have to leave enough room so that I can dolly down. Crash. we dropped off here in the yard. Listen to these shoes. I got these brand new Nike shoes and one of them squeaks really loud when I walk. Listen to this. So everybody stares at me in the store or in truck stops. Let's get out of here. We'll hit Wawa and then the yard, and then I'm dropping you guys off. You know what, to me it's all about customer service, and that's why I like Wawa. I like the one by my house. When I'm home, I go there almost every day, but this one got a sandwich, a drink, and the people were so nice and friendly. It made me feel like I was at the one by my house where they actually know me and they know what I want to eat. So what a wonderful way to end up this trip.